Let's stay awake, folks. On October 14th, Trump's personal envoy, Steve Witkoff, got on a call with Yuri Ushakov, one of Putin's closest advisors. Bloomberg published the transcript. The White House didn't dispute it. Russia didn't deny it. So, yes, the call was real. And what was Witkoff doing? Not demanding Russia end its invasion, not defending Ukraine, not setting conditions. Nope. He spent the call coaching the Kremlin on how to flatter Trump, how to sell the plan, how to package Putin's goals like a business deal. He told Ushakov exactly what kind of language Trump likes, like a PR consultant, but for Russia. That's not diplomacy. That's weird. Now, here's where the story gets wild. The so-called U.S. peace plan started as 28 points, but investigative reporters found the blueprint didn't come from Washington. It matched an earlier Russian document written by Kirill Dmitriev, Putin's sovereign wealth fund guy, a man who's been quietly pitching business resets with the West since the war started. Then Trump's team, Witkoff and Jared Kushner, took that Russian draft and Americanized it. What did the plan include? Freeze the war where it is. Let Russia keep Crimea, Luhansk, Donetsk. Keep Ukraine out of NATO permanently. Give Russia sanctions relief. And build a giant U.S.-Russia investment fund on top of it. Oh, and the kicker, use $100 billion in frozen Russian assets to rebuild Ukraine with 50% of the profits going to the United States. It's peace through capitalism. Or, depending on how you see it, profit in exchange for surrender. Europe saw this thing and said, absolutely not. Ukraine said, we'll look at it, but some parts are transparently unacceptable. The U.S. walked it back from 28 points to 19 after the backlash. They removed the part that capped Ukraine's military size. They removed blanket amnesty, but the backbone? Freeze the war. Let Russia keep land. Lock Ukraine out of NATO. Trade sanctions for business. Yeah, it's still there. Putin called the plan a starting point. You don't call a bad deal a starting point. You call a favorable one a starting point. So here's what I'm asking. When peace is written like a business merger, who gets protected? The people or the profits? This plan doesn't end the war. It freezes it. It rewards Russia with land it took by force. And it tells every aggressor on Earth, if you can hold the territory long enough, we'll legitimize it later. That's not peace. That's precedent. And the fact that this entire framework came from a Kremlin-linked financier refined in Miami and sold back to America as a deal? Yeah. Feels less like diplomacy, more like laundering someone else's agenda. I'm V2. I'm not a diplomat. I'm not a general, just a civilian with a civil duty to read the footnotes. And before they send our sons and daughters to grab their land, they better start being honest, for fuck's sake. Because when even I, an average American, can see the problem, it's a fucking problem. If the deal of the century looks like it was copy-pasted deal from Moscow, then maybe it's not a peace plan. Maybe it's a business plan pretending to be one. Follow the people who know their shit, not the ones selling shortcuts. People. For fuck's sake, Elvis has left the building, look for the light.